I am pleased to be joined by the Jamaican sensation Ode Osbourne, who's coming off a round one submission victory at Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series, earning him a UFC contract. Ode, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a pleasure to have you on. You really had a fantastic performance there down in Vegas, earning yourself this contract. You know, the fight was on July 16th, so it's been a little while since we've seen you inside the cage there. So, what has life been like for you since?
Um, life's been good. Life's been good for a month. For about a month, I was kind of like, I had some off time, and it sucked because I hate having off time. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I can't. Like, I have so much energy. You know what I mean? I'm a rare breed of Jamaican species that I have just an ungodly amount of energy all the time, like from sun up to sundown. So I was like just wallowing in my own energy for a long time. I don't know if you even know what that feels like when you just, because for me, I always have to have something to do. You know what I mean? And I kind of got hurt during my fight in Contender Series, so I had to take some rest period time. But now I'm back in the school working and I'm training again, and I'm just like, oh man, somebody's got to get this energy. Like someone's gonna get this energy, whether in school or at the gym. Someone's getting this energy. Someone's getting this work. Someone's getting this gift.
Yeah, and everyone's really excited to see you step into the octagon for the first time. What happened with the injury? How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't really want to speak on it too much, but I feel like I'm great now. Not for just because like I don't have anything to worry about, but I always feel like some people are dirty, and I feel like my opponent would watch this video, or I don't even know, future opponents, and be like, oh, he heard that. Okay, let me go after this.
Gotcha.
But right now I'm good. I'm 100% right now, so I can. It doesn't even matter if I say it or not, because I'm 100% right now.
Well, that's good to hear.
I'm ready to go.
Let's talk about that fight with Armando. That was a very tough opponent. He came out and he was really looking to bring it to you there early on, but again, you got that first round submission. What was the game plan going into that fight?
Just be myself, man. To be honest, we really didn't have much of a game plan other than like drilling defensive wrestling and shooting back on offensively, and just be myself. You know what I'm saying? Because my coaches really, they don't really believe in too much, and myself, I really don't believe in a lot of over preparation. Because say for instance, you're prepping for a guy that like that's gonna take you down all the time, right? And then your whole camp you're doing takedown defenses. All of a sudden, your guy doesn't do takedowns in his fight, and he stands up, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm screwed. I didn't prepare for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's better just to plan for everything. Just be well rounded. So I just up my wrestling, up my jiu-jitsu, up my kickboxing, and that's all. Just let the fight. Just be yourself, and you can't overthink anything.
Now, you have a background in wrestling. You wrestled in college. My father was a big time wrestler in high school, and he always told me that as far as mixed martial arts goes, he felt that wrestling was the most important discipline that you could have in your back pockets. The skill set is just, paramount to being an elite mixed martial artist. Do you agree with that? And how do you feel like your wrestling background has really helped your transition into MMA?
No, I'm gonna keep these on. No, I do. I 100% agree. I think wrestling is the most challenging sport to master. Here's why. When you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're kind of it's more relaxed. It's more of a relaxed sport. You know what I mean? It's super relaxed, and it's amazing because the more relaxed you are, and the less you think and let stuff go, the better you'll become at jiu-jitsu. You can't force it. Wrestling is more go 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 go. So your thoughts have to be so sped up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people can handle that. A lot of people can. Most people don't do wrestling, and especially if you look at, I can say with confidence that 90% of MMA gyms, the class they lack the most fighters in is always wrestling class. You know what I mean? Because people think it's too. They're like really in the back of their heads. It's hard.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's hard, but it's only hard when you first try it. After a while, it just becomes like anything else. It's not hard, just being lazy. But I think it is one of the most important fundamentals because it teaches mental toughness. You have to be able to speed your mind up and go, 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 go. When you need to, because whenever you see scrambles in MMA, the person that always wins the scrambles is the person that can go like Khabib. His mind is like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And the key, your dad is right, but the key to wrestling, I think, it's not traditional wrestling, which is why my wrestling coach now is such a phenomenal wrestling coach. He doesn't teach traditional wrestling where you're in a wrestling stance. He teaches it where you're in a fight stance, and you throw combinations, and you go, and you're back in your fight stance. Almost all MMA gyms teach it in a wrestling stance, but you don't ever stand in a wrestling stance in a fight. It's like I'm doing kickboxing. My coach said this. It's like I'm doing kickboxing, and in a wrestling stance. It's like I'm gonna do kickboxing in a wrestling stance. That makes no sense, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Makes no sense. But my coach has been able to adapt the most. Like, okay, there's a fighter we have, a UFC fighter. Her name is Leah Letson. He's been working with her one-on-one. Her wrestling has gotten phenomenal because, I think like I said, a lot of wrestling coaches try to teach in a wrestling stance. This guy creates his own. He has his own system, his own style, his own craft. It's pretty much impossible to catch up to somebody traditionally if they started since they were like 2 or 5 or 6 or even high school and you just started. So what he does is he has a system that beats traditional wrestlers, and it's great. Fortunately for me, I've always wrestled since I was 14, so I was always a wrestler. So his style works even better, and I've been with him in high school and I've been with him in college. So his system is it's amazing, and people make wrestling to be so confusing, but it's only X's and O's if you really put it together the right way.
Now, everyone that knows you've been at Pura Vida training under Jake Clipp, and you got some monsters there. Zach Otto, Montel Jackson. How has your game?
Leah Letson.
Yes, as you mentioned earlier.
Leah's gonna be our first UFC champion, I believe.
Wow, that's some serious words right there. How is she looking right now?
She honestly, she's a stud, man. Like I have sparred so many women, like even UFC fighters, and I've never felt pressure like Leah. Like it's just she has like I'm just gonna say it. I don't mean this in any disrespect to any female fighters. I think female fighters are awesome, and but like I've never gone against a woman, like a female, as strong as Leah. She is just her pressure is unbelievable. That's why I think that she's got Khabib level pressure for being how small she is. She ain't gonna hold me down because I'm the Jamaican sensation, but everybody else, she's giving the blues to.
Yeah, I've known about Leah for a while now, and I've actually failed to get her on the show, but I'm going to have to speak with her soon. She definitely has a really bright future, but just all in all, I mean, you have a lot of really good training partners there. How long have you been at Pura Vida?
Coming up on 2 years now. It was a year and a half. It was a year. I'm sorry. It was a year in July. Coming up on no, coming up on a year and a half actually, a year and 6 months almost. And it's crazy. I predicted a year ago that I would be in the UFC at the beginning of the summer. I did an interview right when I got into Pura Vida. I did an interview after my fight, and I said I will be in the UFC by the summer.
And here you are. You're here now. You're getting ready for your debut fight. Hopefully that'll be happening soon. How did you celebrate your big win down there in Vegas? Did you guys go out, or did you just kind of stay low key and do something a little bit more low?
We just stayed low key, man, because I don't know, man. I'm different as a person. I believe that I'm meant to be in the UFC, and every guy that I'm gonna fight next is gonna be super easy for me. I'm just gonna kill and crush through the competition. It's a way of here's why I say that. I didn't just bring that up to be arrogant or cocky. I say that because I've been doing this for so long now, and I'm almost like not as excited as I should be to be in the UFC because my sights are already like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I yearn for so much more, So like this wasn't a surprise to me because I always believed in myself, So yeah, man, it was just a normal night. We went out for some food. My manager Jason House took us out, and we just went back to the hotel and crashed. I didn't even drink, to be honest. Not one beer.
Now, when you look at a lot of the bantamweights that are currently on the UFC roster, who stands out to you that you think would make a really good matchup stylistically for you?
I really don't know. To be honest, I don't watch fighting that much because, for one, now I'm really busy, and two, I can't be so overly involved in something because it'll burn me out mentally. So I really don't watch it. As soon as I leave the gym, I disconnect and I go into something different. It keeps it fresh. It keeps fighting for me fun.
Gotcha.
I'm so in it all the time. I'm constantly like thinking about it and doing stuff. So I really don't watch the fights that much. I didn't even watch this fights this weekend with Khabib and Poirier.
Really?
No, man. I'm telling you, I just I get out and I just kind of do my own thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I'm different. I don't believe in weight cutting. There's a lot of things that I feel is like fighting propaganda. I don't watch footage on my fighters.
So, do you walk around at 135? Like, you don't cut any weight?
No, I walk around at like 141, 142. I was 138 the other day. I'll get to like 146, but yeah, I don't cut any weight.
So, would you ever consider fighting at a
Nope.
different weight class? No,
Absolutely not.
you're gonna stay at 135.
Oh yeah, man. Because I got a point to prove. Here's my thing. Why do you think people cut weight? Here, I'll answer it for you because everyone else cuts weight. Why do people cut weight? They do it because they don't believe that they can win at that weight class. They don't believe that, they're good enough to beat people at their own natural weight. But I'll tell you what, you're better. You're better. Here's why. When you cut weight and you lose 25 pounds, dude, there's no way your body can gain all that muscle back in one day. You think it. You think you do. You think, oh man, I feel so much bigger and stronger, and it looks like it when people are fighting. You know what I'm saying? But they're sucking down all their muscle, and you cannot gain all that muscle back. You know what I mean? And yeah, you might be bigger and you feel stronger, but it's a lie. Your brain is lying to you. Your brain is mentally drained and weak. But hey, I don't have to prove anything. I'm just gonna go out there and show people like you don't have to cut weight. I fought my last fight before the Contender Series. I was 138 and I fought someone at 145 and he probably was like 160, closer to 160 the day of the fight, and I was like 138. No joke.
Wow.
Kelly off field, and it wasn't, dude, because I have so much. If you know what I'm saying, if you have all the energy to go, it doesn't, man. If size mattered that much, the elephant would be the king of the jungle.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That's a good point. And a lot of the things that you're saying, I've heard some other fighters say similar aspects about the weight cutting and the benefits or lack thereof.
And the jaw structure gets so weak when you cut weight. You know what I'm saying? So when you take a punch, you just go out.
Yeah.
Fall.
Now, I got to ask you this question, and I might be asking the wrong guy because you don't watch fights, but I got to ask anyways because I've been watching the Contender Series, nonstop since the beginning. We're on season 3 now, just concluded, and one of the guys this season that is in your weight class that really stood out to me that I think is going to be a tough fighter at 135 pounds is Tony Gravely. Did you get a chance to watch his performance, and do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I didn't. No. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
That would be an interesting matchup. I know you don't watch tape like you said earlier, but both of you have some elite skill sets, and you both are very strong wrestlers. So that would be a really interesting fight, I think, maybe down the line. Has Dana White or anybody in the UFC brass given you any idea when you're going to make your debut?
Yeah, my manager said he talked to Sean Shelby recently, and they're working on something for me. for sure.
You got a
Most
time
definitely.
frame?
My manager said soon. Soon. He said soon. Soon means I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks I'll know. But
So
if it doesn't happen, man, I'm honestly, anytime people ask me about when I'm fighting next, I'm like, I don't know, because I've just been patient, man. You know what I mean? I'm a huge believer in God, and I think that he'll set up what I need, whenever I need. And I'll be a fool if I try to plan something. What good does wanting to know, being eager is not gonna do me any good. It's gonna happen with whether or not I'm eager or not eager. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
it does. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just being patient right now. I'm super young. I'm 27 years old. I have so much of life. You know what I mean? Like I don't worry about stuff like that. I just try to live every day. Like I know it sounds like a cliche thing to say, but like every day like it's my last, really, because I'm trying not to get wrapped up in fight propaganda pretty much, and just like stress and everything that comes with being a fighter, being uh, just a person that's out there more, and not, and I'm not just saying that like, that I'm big time or anything. I'm not, it's not. I just try to focus my energy on things like the kids in my school. You know what I mean? That's what I really try to focus most of my energy on. Like thinking about when my next fight is. It's like way back here, like the kids in my school. I try to how can I help this person, that person, this person, that person
Yeah.
grow and mature as a better human being, and how can I, the ones who are awesome, they're all awesome, but the ones who I don't need to say anything to, how can I help them help the other kids? You know what I mean? So like how can I build leaders out of everybody? That's my thing.
And you are a
Fighting,
middle school teacher, correct?
yeah, yep. Actually, fighting is funny. It's crazy. Fighting actually isn't my passion. My passion is actually working in the school. I'll
No.
say that, and people look at me like I have six heads. Like, dude, you're in the UFC. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but fighting is actually, I love fighting. It's one of my passions. You know what I'm saying? But I love the kids more. That's really what it comes down to. But that makes me a great fighter. Honestly, that's what makes me an amazing fighter. It's like those kids and everything they offer, they bring to the table, and they inspire me to become even more and someday be a UFC champion. You know what I mean?
That is very cool, and I commend you on doing that, because the kids are our future, and having good role models like yourself is what they need. Let's talk a little bit about your future, and what your goals are for 2020. What is it if you could accomplish anything here within your first year inside of the octagon? What is it that you're hoping to do?
Um, my goal is to just shake up the world, man. Like that's what I really want to do. I really want to shake up the world and show people some stuff that they've never seen before. That's one of the biggest things I want to accomplish. I want to do it in such just I don't just only want to do it, but I want to do it in such an easy fashion where people are like, "Oh my God, he made that look easy," and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's not to boast and brag, but I don't want to get sucked into the fake hype of everyone. Oh, this person is ranked like this number, so that means he's a tough fighter and he fights like a tough fighter. People are tough because you make them tough. If I lose a fight, that's because I lost because of me. And my goal is just to be myself and make it look like I'm just eating a sandwich out there and just doing everything I want to do. You know what I mean? Um, uh, Not holding myself back and falling into the traps that society will set for you.
Well, I can speak for myself. I'm very excited to see you step into the cage. You clearly have a bright future, and whatever it is that you decide to do, I really appreciate you taking the time to join me here today. Before I let you go, Ode, if anybody you'd like to thank or any social media you'd like to plug, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. First, I would like to thank this beautiful place that I'm at. It's called Boone and Crockett. You know, people here, awesome. They actually sponsor me. So I would like to thank them for sponsoring me, Mitch, and all the people that work here. Want to thank them, and my first most important God, because I wouldn't be here without him, and I'm nothing without him. My mom, man, she's amazing. And Jason from Team Iridium, my coaches, Ben, Tomes, Jake, Solo, Zach, the whole coaching staff, and my team from Pura Vida, man. Just everybody that has helped me get where I am. Thank you. If I forget you, I'm sorry, but I'm not perfect.
None of us are. That's why we're human, right, bud?
Exactly.
All right. Well, listen, hey, thanks again for the time. Maybe I'll see you at UFC Boston. That would be an awesome card to get on. But
man, that really would. Madison Square Garden or Boston. That's
yes,
that's
sir.
what we're going for.
Well, I look forward to seeing you step inside the cage, and hopefully we'll speak again at some point down the line.
All right, man. Thank you.